everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch coming your way next. Here's Josh Rojas.
Leading off the afternoon for the Cubs, the second baseman, Josh Rojas.
And here it comes. Fastball for a strike. And we are underway.
First pitch, 136.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2. The line in the pitch. That misses. Going to count 1-2. Kicks and fires. Towards first. Bell takes it to the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Alex Verdugo. 4 for 12 in the series so far.
Alex Verdugo.
On the ground, right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. A little out front there as he swings through it. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Good eye right there.
It's a good take.
Here's a 1-2. That one to first, and it goes just foul. Kicks and deals. This one high in the air to left center. He makes the grab. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
The center fielder, number 24, Cody Bellinger.
Fought off foul. The 0-1, and that one pulled foul. Left-hand hitter waits. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. That's inside. And another ball. Steele 2-2 after the foul ball.
In an era with a lot of swing and miss and strikeouts, you gotta love an at bat like this. No one giving in.
Two outs. And the curve is down and in.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the first. Here's the third baseman, Brian Hayes. Here comes the pitch. And ball 1. Steele, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup.
Everything came together for him. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
In the air, right side. Suzuki makes the grab, and there's one down. Brian Reynolds here. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
And a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield, and that's going to get into the corner. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then...
And a base hit up the middle. 1 runs in. Now the second run is in. It's 2-zip.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And the batter now, Michael A. Taylor. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses. Now 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. And another ball. That one blasted deep to right. And out of here. And they add on. It's 4-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt. And that's outside. And it's 1-0.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
And he handles it himself for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Up next for the Pirates, Jose Miranda. High fly ball out to left field. Verdugo sizes this one up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Second inning set to go. Dansby Swanson stands in.
Dansby Swanson.
The wind of the pitch. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball. The 2-1. Bounce to the right side, and that's just foul. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a ground ball out to short. No play. That's an infield single. Next is the designated hitter, Christopher Morel. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. And that drops in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Out towards left center. Taylor racing over to make the catch. And here comes the power hitting catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez.
First pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
3-0 down. There's a sinker at the knees for a strike. The Pirates leading by 4 here in the finale of this 4-game set. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Payoff pitch. Got him swinging. Man at first. Now Matt Chapman at the plate.
He's been on fire at the dish lately, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
And there's a ball. Ground ball left side and foul ball. 2 outs. That one is absolutely belted. And foul as it banks off the fence. The pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. And that'll fall for a base hit. First and second, 2 down. And next for the Cubs, Christian Arroyo. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. 1 run across. Chapman coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and now just a 2-run deficit.
Hey, they're right back in this thing after adding those 2 runs on the board. Just a blue hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
The pitch. Line drive. And a base hit knocks in a run.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Back to the mound. He's got it. On to first. And Verdugo is set down. 3rd out. Back here in Pittsburgh. And now the switch hitting catcher, Endy Rodriguez. And a foul ball.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now it's going to be Nick Gonzales. Just missed.
Counts 1-0.
And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
And now the lefty. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Rodriguez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Gets under it and pops it up. Rojas settles under it. Puts it away for the out.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
All over that one right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Here's Andrew McCutcheon to hit. That one misses, and that is ball one. Just missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one misses, and that's ball three. And that's ball four.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
One out, bases loaded. And next is the designated hitter, Brian Reynolds. That pitch gets the corner, and that is strike one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone.
On the ground, could be two. There's one, and that's two. On to the third inning. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That one missed. Suzuki in his fourth year, hitting third in the lineup. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games. Bounced up the middle. Gonzales to first in time. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close. Bellinger up to hit. Caught looking his first time up. And there's a strike. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Tosses to first, and Bellinger is out. And up next for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. Reached on an infield single his first time. Out to center. Taylor settles underneath it. Makes the catch. And that is that. As we go to the last of the third, at the plate for Pittsburgh, J.D. Martinez. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And that's outside.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Here's a 3-0. Now he breaks his back. That one gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Michael A. Taylor. He's already homered in this game. First pitch, and he just misses. And there's a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
Line drive, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
And now Brandon Bell. That's a strike.
0-1.
First and second here, no outs. Swings through that one.
Well, you know this guy wants a pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
At the belt and fires. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Up next for the Pirates, Jose Miranda. Fly to left his first time. Now a fly ball to right center. Bellinger sizing this one up. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. Applies the tag, and they get two. Double play. Misplay doesn't cost them. Inning over. welcome back to the ballpark. On to the fourth, and here's the DH for the Cubs, Christopher Morel. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one in the dirt. 1-2 to count. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Gary Sanchez at the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Now it's Matt Chapman, singled and scored his first time. Inside, just missed. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. The wind to the pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out. And we're back, ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Endy Rodriguez. Steele back to work. In the air of the infield. Arroyo hauls it in, and there's one away. Nick Gonzales, the next Pirate to hit. 0 for 1 with a flyout. The shortstop takes the ball. 1 out, bases empty. Fastball for a strike.
1-1.
One down, bases empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2. The pitch. Ripped on the ground to second. In time to Arroyo. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Back to the top of the lineup. And now the Pirates leadoff man, Ke'Bryan Hayes. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Out to short, Swanson. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's Christian Arroyo. The pitch. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Righty to the plate. Popped up. Makes the catch for the out. 1 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. And next for the Cubs, Josh Rojas. First offering, and it just misses. The Cubbies trailing by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Ripped, but it curls foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
That one missing inside. Fouls one off. 2-2. Left-hand batter waits. Stays alive. Bases empty, 1 away here in the finale of this 4-game set. Pitch misses there. Ball 3.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. So up now for Chicago, Alex Verdugo. 1 for 2. Fastball for a strike. And that one fouled off. Man at first, one away. Hard liner. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Next to hit, Seiya Suzuki. Hit in the air, right field. McCutchen has it sized up. Hauls it in to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Andrew McCutchen. And he deals. Pitch misses outside, and it's 1-0.
Well, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
Just off the outside edge. 2-1. In the air, left field. Verdugo gets under it. And out number 1 on the grab. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Brian Reynolds. Center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. He's got it. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's J.D. Martinez. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boo, light tower power.
That's right. That one's upstairs, ball 1. 1-0.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high. Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now here is Cody Bellinger. On the mound now for the Pirates, Scott Alexander.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Here comes the pitch. That one pulled foul. And the pitch.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to score.
Got it! And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. And now the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swanson in his 9th season, 31 years old, and he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. And now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. 1 down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And a pitch. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a pitch. Hard ground ball, base knock. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Good eye in that spot. Working down to the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there. He's looking for some weak contact or to get this hitter to roll over. Now, as a hitter, you have to be really disciplined. Don't look down because you'll end up chasing the ball down. Set your sights high. Maybe you get a mistake.
2-2. Strike three. Got him swinging. Two gone now. Gary Sanchez now was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Breaking ball through there for a strike. In there at the knees for a strike. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the sixth. On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond, and the inning is over. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Keegan Thompson.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Well, one-run game, digging in, Brandon Bell. The pitch. Inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And the righty deals. Got him swinging. He swung over top of the curveball. Jose Miranda getting ready to hit. Off the mark there. Ball one. Just missed.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And that one clips the corner. Swing and a miss. That is strike two.
2 strikes.
And here it comes. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And the right-hander deals.
Count is 3-2.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Rodriguez in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
0-1, no strike.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And forget it. A massive home run. It's 6-3.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Nick Gonzales, the next to hit. In there at the knees. That's strike one. 2 runs across in the inning here in the bottom of the sixth. That one finds the zone, and that's strike two. Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away. So the batting order turns over. Now batting Ke'Bryan Hayes. This is just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Gonzales dives back in, but they got him. Right-hander kick steals. On the ground to third. Inning over. Back here in Pittsburgh, and here is Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman.
New arm out of the bullpen, Scott Effross.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
The pitch. Just off the inside edge. Ground ball right side. Miranda tosses to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh. Stepping in, Christian Arroyo.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
1-0.
And the first offering is not close. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
McCutchen makes the grab, 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Alex Verdugo digs in now.
Alex.
In for a strike, 0-1. Into center. Taylor pulls that one down, and that'll do it. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Hector Neris. He last pitched 2 days ago. And now it's Andrew McCutchen. The pitch. And ball one to the right fielder.
Ball 1, no strike.
And another
inside,
ball.
ball 2.
Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3. Ryan Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 3. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Off the plate inside. 1-1. And there's a ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting.
And now J.D. Martinez, 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That was blasted to the moon. His 32nd of the year, and they add a run. It's 7-3.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Base is empty with 2 away. And now the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor. He's already homered here in this one. And it's fouled away. Two outs.
That's a ball.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Swanson fires over to first. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Back here at PNC Park. And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. New pitcher on here, Colin Holderman. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. And he deals. And first offering is fouled off. Righty delivers. Ground ball to the right side. Dives and he can't hang on. And he'll be safe at first. Here's Cody Bellinger. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And a good eye there.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Sliced hard but foul down the left side. Next offering is in for a strike. In the dirt. To second, but way too late. Safe there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Man at second. Not close with that one. Full count now. That's a base hit. Around third. He scores. It's 7-4.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. You know, these Cubs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way so far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
The 1-2. To the right side, and that's just foul.
And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
Wouldn't chase that time. He goes down looking. And now the DH, Christopher Morel. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That one ripped, but foul. Kicks and fires. Misses outside, and the count even 1-1. Bounce to the right. And that squirts through. Bellinger around second on his way to third. To third, tag, got him. And Gary Sanchez at the plate. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. First pitch misses.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
1-1.
2 outs. He swings and fouls one off.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Yency Almonte.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Leading off, Brandon Bell.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
The pitch. And there's the strike.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Ball one there. The 1-1. And that one fouled off. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2. And another ball. And that one is in the dirt. Counts full, 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So, man aboard, Jose Miranda, the next Pirate to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Ground ball right side, could be 2. 1 at second.
He's out.
On to first, double play.
Man, that is such a tough double play to execute as a first baseman. And not only field the ball and make a good throw to second with a runner in the baseline, but also to hustle back to first base and get set up to receive the return throw. That takes great footwork and an awareness of where the bag is. A lot of practice to get that one right.
Rodriguez, the next to hit, takes outside. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chip.
And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Matt Chapman. Pirates with a new arm on the mound, David Bednar.
He's thrown the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
The pitch. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Bednar, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter. 0-2 now. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 0-2 now. And that's down and away.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
That one ripped left field. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. So, man aboard. And up next for Chicago, Christian Arroyo. Curveball drops in there.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Righty to the plate. Inside, just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That's down and in. Got it by him for the play. So the lineup flips over. Josh Rojas, the next Cub to hit. Ball 1, no strikes. Kicks and deals. Just missed. And that's downstairs and outside.
3 balls, 1 strike.
At the belt and fires. Right through there for a strike. The Cubs trailing by 3 here at the top of the 9th. The punch out there and to a layback. Now a chance for Alex Verdugo. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
The Cubbies down to their final strike. That one way inside. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Ball game.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence, and you want to be feeling really good about how you're playing, as well as to your left and your right, your teammates, that they're on track as well.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by.
First for the victorious Pirates, 7 runs on 12 hits. 1 error, they left 6 runners on base. For the Cubs, 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors, they left 7 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 23 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.